Well, good morning. Ain't this a great day? Good night. I hit live and I already got 5 likes and 3 people watching. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you very much. Let me show you where we're at. We are at the what's called 1730 pit. Man, there's a lot of reflections coming in off this dash though, isn't there? I think I might need to put a black towel down next time. Kind of getting some reflection. Thank you, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So this is the 1730 pit, and it's all Georgia clay. So we're back with the Florida Georgia line singing Dart. Dart, D-U-R-T, Dart. Dirty, D-U-R-D-Y. Maybe it's D-U-R-D-I-E for some of these people. But yes, we are hauling Georgia clay today back to a place called Main Gate. And we've been hauling to this place now for, well, we've been hauling out of this pit since what, July? June or July. And we've already finished 2 locations that needed this dirt. And now we're on the 3rd location. And this 3rd location is humongous. I mean, humongous, but humongous. Yeah, if you guys watch my drone video I put up a couple Saturdays ago, the guy operating the excavator or the hoe to the far right of your screen, not the one toward the middle behind the water truck, he's now out of view, but to the very far right, 90 degrees to me in the driver's seat, is the guy that I videoed, loading up a couple of our trucks, a couple other trucks, Georgia hauling, RDLC, a couple Blue Max trucks. So got some views of him loading up some trucks. So he took that video and he played it on his 55-inch flat screen and said he freaking loved it off of my YouTube channel. And he's got his grandson coming over tonight and he's gonna surprise him with what his grandpa does. Pretty cool. So here you go. Listen for the horn. There it is. That's all she wrote. Make sure my gate's locked, my tarp's in the right position, PTO's off. So we write down the time that we load, and then we write down the time that we unload. And then they got a little bean counter there, and she marks us every time we come in. How long do we usually load? You're about to find out. I think he just put scoop number 2 in. I think he's going for scoop number 3. Usually takes about a minute. Sometimes a little longer if he has to reposition, but usually takes about a minute. What's up, Lawn Dad? Not me. I'm happy to be done with that chapter of my life, to be honest. It's like a huge weight off my shoulders. Looks like he's going for one more. Thank you, sir. I do appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I know. No, I don't use TikTok. Thank you, bye. And I better lock it in the manual as we climb out. So I got to look down the sides of my truck right now. As long as the sides of my truck look okay in the mirrors, then I can just keep on rolling. But if they make a mess of my truck, then I have to get out and take my glove, you know, and get the stuff off my side rails. But he does a pretty good job loading up my truck. I usually don't have to stop. Well, that's a good looking Mack right there, though, isn't it? I watched the Macks yesterday. I did 9 Macks, and then we have 2 older triaxle Kenworths that we got from our Charlotte, no, our Charleston plant. I guess it's Somerville. And we're going to be getting rid of those pretty soon and replacing them with the newer triaxle Mack. But I watched, one of them's in the shop with like a hard brake. So the guy from Kenworth, I keep saying Kenwood like the stereo. The guy from Kenworth comes to our shop and he's fixing it. I don't know why, but it's like above the level of our mechanic, which our mechanic's a full mechanic, warranty certified and everything for Mack and Kenworth. But yeah, those triaxle Kenworths, they're pretty old. One of them's got like 300-something thousand miles on them. I think the other one's got like 200,000, 200 or 300,000. But they run good, man. I tell you, they run good. And 144 actually is very, very, very comfortable. If they were like, hey, we're taking the Macks away, we need to put you in a tandem, I would be like, no, I'd rather take that old triaxle Kenworth than the new tandem, because the new tandems are like riding a brick. And that triaxle Kenworth is like broken in and it's soft and comfortable. And it's a triaxle, so I can work, you know, in South Carolina, which that's the name of the game, is hours. And that's kind of what I wanted to talk to you guys about today. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to show you guys out the windshield right now. I'm not sure if that's too much glare or not. That's why I waited till a little after 11 so the sun would be higher. But we'll see. So the last I left you guys, I worked 7 hours. Thank you, Mr. Neptune. I worked like 7 hours on Tuesday. We were rained out on Monday because it rained over the weekend or something like that. So we didn't work Monday. Our whole fleet worked Tuesday. Some did the job I'm on right now, and they got 11 hours. And some did the job that I did on Tuesday, and we were done at like 7 or 7.5 hours. You might remember it was a different pit. Hey, Scott. It was a different pit. It was going to a different place, and we were hauling sand instead of clay. And we only got like 7.5 hours that day, and then that was it. We went home. It rained really bad that afternoon all the way to Wednesday morning, and then it got nice. This is the mail truck right here. She's a contractor for mail. They crazy, man, but that's what they do. They actually sit in the right seat and they stick one foot over into the left side and they hold the steering wheel, and that's what they do. I don't know, whatever. And then everything was too wet to work Wednesday, and everything was too wet to work yesterday. Now, some companies worked yesterday doing other things, but they weren't doing their own work. They were like filling in for other companies that needed help hauling stuff, like rock and stuff for concrete plants. So really, I mean, this week, everybody took a bath on hours. Now today, it's Friday, we're back at work. I should get 11 hours today, and I don't know about tomorrow. So the most I'm gonna get this week is gonna be like 29 to 30 hours. And that really sucks. And, you know, it makes you think maybe it's time to jump ship, you know? And you see it in the text messages, because we do group texting. And, you know, our boss said on call for Wednesday morning, for Thursday, he said on call Wednesday night for Thursday. So that's 2 days off in a row, and we didn't work Monday. And, you know, one person actually put in the group text, www.indeed.com, you know, in other words, put your resume up there and find a new job. And I get it, you know, I get it. I side hustle, so I'm in a little bit of a different situation than those people. But I hope those people realize that if they go to like Indeed.com, they leave the industry. because it's like this everywhere. And I've said it to these people, you know, straight to their face when they talk to me about it. I'm like, look, man, I feel your pain, but that's what dump truck driving is. It's hot or cold. As my boss puts it, it's feast or famine. You know, there's going to be, it's kind of seasonal, just like lawn care. Lawn care is very seasonal for a lot of people. You better have something else to do, or you better be smart to put your money aside. But if, you know, you're coming out of truck driving school with a Class A or a Class B license and you go straight into dump truck driving, you're gonna starve. Because you don't have anything put aside. And then, you know, if you get in the summer, that's great. And you're going to be making 60, 65, 70 hours a week, and you're going to be, you know, buying things and buying tech and buying computers, you know, buying phones and buying phone plans and going out and partying and doing all these things. And then when winter comes around, you didn't put the money away. You didn't put a nest egg away. So that's your own fault. But the point is the grass greener? Like, you know, I work for Blue Max. It's a large corporate company. They're very smart, and they got, I guess we're up to like 400 dump trucks now, and then we got end dumps and side loads and regional trucks that run up and down the southeast and the southwest, and not west coast of southwest, but like the south out west to like Alabama, Mississippi, something like that. All the way up to North Carolina. I think they go up to Virginia. I think it's like Virginia through Florida, and then I think they hit Alabama, maybe Mississippi. I don't know if they go as far west as Louisiana. I'm not sure. And they probably go up to Tennessee and back over. They probably do like a big circle. I don't know. But this is a very big company. So, you know, they didn't start in Savannah without a plan. They know what they're doing. You know, they didn't just decide to lease a building and buy 14 brand new trucks that they will not use in the north. They're not going to use these tandem dump trucks in the north because they would lose their ass. Nobody uses tandem dump trucks in the north. So they bought these 14 tandem dump trucks for a reason. And that's because they see, you know, they know the market, and they know Savannah is going to be huge, a big market. And they know that they're going to be a formidable force down here with the amount of trucks that they can provide. But there's going to be slow times, and we're in one of those slow times. You know, every week you get a cold front and it rains. And when it rains, a lot of the work that we do, we can't do. We're not in yet with some of the asphalt companies to the point where we're their preferred haulers. We're not there yet, but we're getting there. Our reputation is no, we're getting there. They really like working with our company. They really like working with a lot of our drivers. And so it's just a matter of time, and we are going to be a formidable force here. But in the meantime, the question is the grass greener on the other side? Should you be putting Indeed and group messages implying that you're going to quit or leave or something, or try to encourage, you know, people you work with to quit or leave? Where are you going to go? What's your plan? Because if you're going to go to another dump truck company, you'll be back. And I say that because we're one of the top paying companies. You know, at $17 an hour with taxes out, 401k, they match 100% of 5% of what you put in. You know, you got Christmas holiday bonus pay that is above any standard I've ever seen or heard of. I mean, it's what they give us for Christmas is amazing every year. And, you know, you get 14 days off, or what do you get, 10 days off holiday after your first year, and I think like 14 or 15 your second year. You get sick days, you know. I think I told you, you got medical, you got life insurance, you got all that stuff that you can get in on, and they pay overtime, and they take taxes out. So, I mean, you're going to do really good here, but it's for the long haul. If you just got a job with us now, you're starving, and I understand that, and it sucks. My suggestion is don't go to another company thinking that the grass is greener because they're wide open right now. That contract's going to end for them. And what do they have on the horizon? Like, I know what we have on the horizon, and it's greatly affected by the weather. But then we go into a time where it dries up. You know, it doesn't rain like that. Then we go through a time where it rains every afternoon, but it's localized. It may never rain at the job site where we're hauling this dirt. It's a localized, small little cluster. A thunderstorm comes through, mostly to the west of 95, and most of our work is to the east. And like, storms would come in, but they usually break up. But they don't rain. It doesn't rain all day, unless you have some type of a tropical system. But you know, if you're with a company, a big company, and that company, like right now, Blue Max is kind of going through a slow time, I wouldn't say just jump ship and go somewhere else that appears to be doing better. I don't think that they are. And the work that they're doing, they might be doing for somebody else that just needs help right now. But then guess who's the first company to not be called back when that other company needs that work for their own employees. I've seen that already happen. So, God, man, I got the volume all the way down. Their freaking radios are big. Lane Lee. So, you know, just have a plan. If you want to be a dump truck driver, have a plan to put money away. I got a friend probably watching this video right now who said anything over $800 he puts away because January and February is very slow. So when he starts making paychecks over $800, he puts the rest away to cover for paychecks that aren't close to $800. Right? I mean, that's what you got to do. It's feast or famine. So when it's feast time, you need to make sure you're putting that shit in Tupperware and Ziploc bags, put it in the freezer, because power's going to go out. And you better have something to, you know, some type of a backup. I'm going to give you guys an example to think about too before we get to the drop site, so I can show you guys the drop site. There are some companies that they have a lot of work, and till I retire, Charles. And even then, keep going to die probably, because I'll never retire. If you've been following me for a day, then you know I can't sit still. Just like my Uncle Harold, who might be watching this. He's a truck driver. He's retired. He's got a pension with the Teamsters. He's got Social Security, full Social Security, full pension. Retired, lives half his year in South Florida, his other half up in New Hampshire, and works both places, still driving trucks because he loves driving trucks and he can't sit still. So, you know, I see myself being the same way. He's 70 with diabetes and still runs circles around some of these people that I work with. Some companies are wide open, and you know, a lot of reason is because their bosses go out and, you know, they put really low bids out and they get jobs, and it, you know, it kind of shows by their equipment. They're driving garbage. I mean, like serious garbage, and a lot of their people have already come over to our company and work for us. You know, I think their starting pay is $14 an hour. You know, our starting pay is $17 an hour. So when you put it down on like a 40-hour week, they have to work an entire day more to get our paycheck. So, okay, let's talk about that. So they got to work an entire day more to get what we get on a 40-hour week. So if it rains and you're not working maybe 2 days, which is going to give you, let's say you work Monday through Thursday, and then it rains and you got 44 hours, because we usually work about 11 hours a day. So Monday through Thursday, you know, you can work, you get 44 hours. But then Friday and Saturday, your job's too wet. And it's like, well, dang it. Now the other company doesn't work Friday either because they didn't, you know, their job site's too wet too, but then they start hauling on Saturday for somebody else because they lowballed. And so, you know, that other company calls them and says, hey, go ahead and haul our stuff for us on Saturday. Well, you're sitting at home going, well, damn it, I want to work on Saturday. Well, you are. You're working right now because that person has to work all day Saturday to equal what you made Monday through Thursday. They have to work Monday through Thursday and Saturday to equal what you made because their starting pay is so low and our starting pay is better. Then you have benefits, then you have 401k, then you have brand new equipment that you can, the trucks are so good you can live stream in them. Think about that, right? I mean, all that's got to be worth something to you. You got retirement, you got Christmas bonus that is going to be the biggest Christmas bonus you've ever got in your life. I promise you that. If you work January through November, I think the last weekend in November is when they calculated the Christmas bonus for us. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the standard. You're going to get a Christmas bonus that's thousands of dollars as a dump truck driver. That's got to be worth something. You know what I mean? So you got to take that Christmas bonus and you don't go out and buy PS5s and Xbox Ones and you don't go stupid. You take that Christmas bonus and you put it away for January and February. You know, if you have that opportunity. And then you don't have to work Saturday when everything's wet and other companies are working Saturday. You're off because it's too wet. But you made the same money they made and more, just in your hourly wage. So there's lots of ways to skin the cat. You got to think about it. It's very frustrating to sit at home 2 days in a row when the sun was out, and that's the second, you know, the sun was out all day yesterday. Why aren't we working today? Because it's still too wet, and it's really frustrating, and you want to quit. You want to go somewhere else. And, you know, you think the grass is greener on the other side. Well, you need to weigh your options to know where you're going. You know, who's compete with what you can do over here. We hit like March time frame and we're beyond the January, February crap. Because it's slow. It's slow for everybody. It really is. That's just the way it is, you know. And then also, like our company, I think I told you guys on Tuesday, we don't have that female-owned, minority-owned, veteran-owned, disabled person-owned business identifier. So contractors that are getting state jobs can't hire us. Well, they can, but they need to hit a quota every year of hiring those people, contracting those people. We don't have that identifier. So we don't get to do those jobs like this time of year. So those contractors that are doing state jobs, they're loading up on those contractors that are identified as women-owned, veteran-owned, disabled-owned, minority-owned. There's a name for it. I can't remember what it is. We don't have that. So those people right now are actually feasting during this slow time because their companies have that. So they're getting work we're not getting. And then when that work's not happening, then they're falling on the work that we're also falling on, like this hauling the clay that we're doing. So their drivers are working 6 days a week, almost rain or shine. Almost rain or shine. I mean, even if they're working five days a week, they're still getting damn near 50 hours a week. That's good, you know. That's a reputable company that's doing that work too. A couple of those companies, they pay their guys better than $14 an hour. So those guys are doing really good. Our day's coming. Now, if you can get a job with those guys, then that's the greener grass that you need to look for. Those are the things that I didn't know becoming a dump truck driver. I didn't know sort of stuff like that. Would it have changed my opinion on taking the job with Blue Max? Thank you, Dakota. I don't know. You would have had to have written it out for me. You know, experience is the best educator. And I've learned a lot working with Blue Max this year, and I have zero regrets. Zero. I would not go to work today for any of those other companies doing the same industry. If I were to leave Blue Max, it would be not necessarily to change industry, but it'd be to change jobs. Like, okay, I have an opportunity, say, I have an opportunity to make more money doing end dump work, 18-wheeler work. And this company pays this, and I got a couple friends there that can vouch for it and say, yep, this is what we make. Look, man, the last 3 years I've worked for this company, I've made this amount of money every year. We're getting busier and busier, buying trucks, we're getting bigger and bigger. That would be something I would consider going to in the future if I were to leave this. But I wouldn't go from this dump truck to somebody else's dump truck, because I know that the grass isn't greener. It's just looking a little bit better right now because they might have other things going on than us right now. But once March and April comes around, we're going to be wide open to the point where we got another, what, I think 10 or 15 trucks coming in the spring. And so, you know, that's not happening because this huge company is stupid. You know what I mean? But we're pulling up to the site here. But I just, you know, there's things, if you want to be a dump truck driver, you need to know what you're getting yourself into. That's the point I'm trying to make. Pay matters, you know. Your hourly wage matters. We start at 17. I'm about to go to 18. I'm less than 2 months from hitting my year mark. So I'm about to get 10 days paid vacation. I'm about to get, I think it's 10 days. I'm about to get $1 raise an hour. So I'm about to go up to $18 an hour. And then in another year, I go up to $19 an hour, you know? Damn, that's almost $30 an hour once I hit 40. I mean, that's a lot of money driving a dump truck, especially when it's all brand new equipment and stuff. So, but you got to know what your hourly wage is, compare it to the industry standard. Around here, 17 is good. Now, when you got 10 years, you know, there's people that are making 20, 21, 22 bucks an hour in some companies, you know, but they're also like their lead driver. They've been there for a very long time. They've been doing this for a very long time. You know, that potential comes in time. Once we hit 19, then every year you get your annual cost of living raise. So I don't know what that works out to, 2%, 3%. So whatever that works out to, I don't know. You know the equipment that you're going to drive. Is it garbage? Is it nice? What's the hourly wage? What type of benefit package is there? Is there anything that they contribute into? Because that's money. You might not think it's important now, but it's very important in the future. That really makes a big difference, especially if they're contributing 100% of your first 5%. That's big money. I mean, you might think it's not, but that's a return on your investment before the stock market even does anything with whatever plans and funds and stuff that you're in. That's pretty important. Medical, do they provide medical? I pay $40 a month. No, I pay $150 a month, and my medical isn't great. I have to pay the first $7,000. After that, then, you know, I don't know what it works out to, but I know I got to pay the first $7,000. Do you know how fast $7,000 can add up when you're 50 years old? that can come really quick. All right, so I'm in 5th gear. I'm going to drop it down to 4 because this is kind of soft. It's not bad, but it's kind of soft. Pretty big ruts. It tries to slow me down. Spinning some tires because I'm getting a traction warning. But basically, the grass isn't greener on the other side. That's what I'm trying to say. This industry, you know, one company might be looking really good and the other company might be like, oh crap. But that's going to flip. Give it a couple weeks. And it's back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You have to have a plan. Okay, so right here to the right where you see the clay, that was swamp. And we built that up about 4 feet, maybe 5 feet. That was actually all swamp, like what you see here to the left. So you see all this black muck and water down there. That was over on the right side. So we built that up, damn, what, 250, 300, 400 yards. Now you can see way down there, we are building a road to start another pad. And so that's probably going to be a 2-month campaign of building that pad. Okay. And then to the left, there's going to be a little road where these pickup trucks are. That's another pad. So we got months and months and months of pad building to go. At 11 hours a day, and these people are 6 days a week. The only thing that stops this job from giving me 11 hours a day, 6 days a week, well, 5 days a week, and then on Saturdays it's probably like 9.5, 10 hours, is weather. Now, right now, we only have 7 or 8 trucks on this job because we're building this road right here to get back to this new pad, so they don't want a whole log jam of trucks. But you can see what we're doing here. This was all muck that we've built up, and we backed up and dropped and spread, backed up, drop and spread, until we've been backing all the way down here. Today's the first day we can drive down here, and now we're backing down a new hole. I did all that in manual in 4th gear. I'm going to go ahead and drop it to 3rd gear. I think that's looking pretty hard right here to the left. So I'm going to do a 3-point turn and come in front of that Mack, and then come around to his passenger side. That felt soft right there. I felt that little, but right in front of us, coming into view from the left, coming in, is another pad we're going to be building. I mean, there's months, if not a year, of work for us to do here. And that's our green grass. This is our green grass right here. This company likes working with us very much. And once we get this little road done and they stop asking for only 7 or 8 trucks, we're gonna have every truck here, unless, oh, that truck went. She kind of went to the edge. What she needs to do is be very careful that she doesn't turn her wheel too sharp and drop her front end off. And also it causes the front wheels to plow in the dirt, which then doesn't let the back wheels pull you out, because then you start plowing. You're dragging. That's one of the biggest problems dump truck drivers have. All right, thank you, sir. Appreciate the little assistance there. It's feast or famine, guys. Feast or famine. Right now, guy's trying to tell her to put a load right there, I guess. I'm not going to get on the radio. I think he's telling her to dump at that other location. She didn't understand. She thought he meant go around, like go around that direction. Let's see what she's going to do. Ooh, there you go. Oh wait, I think that's a him, isn't it? Yeah, that's a him. Okay. Let's get out of here while he's doing his thing. Bring my box down, not flip over. Flipping over is a bad day. But all that in front of us, that's pad. That's all gonna look like clay pretty soon. And what they're doing is, I mean, they're just building, this is just gonna be huge logistics because of the port. This is gonna be a trucking area. They might even bring rail cars in here. This might be, you know, rail and trucks and come on, man. She's not going to give you her phone number. Just drive on. Good Lord. Get used to that too, ladies in the dump truck world. Did you get her number? No, you didn't. Dumb shit. Holding everybody up. Ye freaking ha. So everything you see here that's black dirt is going to be touched in one way or another. And the company that I'm working for is going to play a big, big role in it. Not to mention all the other things that we have going on. And remember what I was saying about the minority-owned, female-owned, veteran-owned, disabled-owned business. Right now, they're using those companies to get their quota. Once they get their quota, then those contractors can hire who they want to hire, not who the state tells them they have to hire. And that's when we're going to get even more work. And, you know, the snowball continues. That's just here in Georgia. The only problem with what you're seeing right now, though, is like I said on Tuesday, when you have all your eggs in one basket, then all the eggs are drowning when the basket gets overloaded with water. And that's what's happening right here. When it rains, this place will get too wet that, you know, we can't get back here with the clay. So all the eggs are sitting at home. While we're waiting for the other jobs to come to us. So January and February, man, it's notorious in this industry. You know, in any outdoor type industry, it's notorious that you're gonna be hungry, man. January and February. You have to break out your Tupperware that you froze in January, or in June, July, August, September, and October. You need to put some money aside. And, you know, that Christmas bonus, what the company's doing now, the company policy now for our Christmas bonus is you get $1 for every hour you work in the year. So, I mean, if you take 50 weeks at 50 hours, not even 52 weeks, and not counting any hours you go over 50. So let's just say 50 weeks at 50 hours, that's $2,500. For a Christmas bonus, and then they're going to take that Christmas, tax it, of course, but that's $2,500. So that's $500 paychecks that you can put aside for January and February. So when you're making, you know, you want to make, like my friend, you want to make 800 bucks. Well, you start making 400 bucks. Well, then you can take $400 of one of those $500, and there you go. You just paid those bills for the week, and then the next week you got $100, and you got the $500, and you take, you know, $300, and now you got your $400, and now you got $200, and you still got three $500 weeks to grab from, plus you got $200. So you can still do it. You know, that's the point. What's up, Jersey? That's the point, man. You gotta plan for it and put the money aside. 1150. 14 thumbs up and 21 views. Thank you very much, guys. Let me write down that I was here at 1150. Alrighty. Common sense, right? You think it's common sense, but it's not, because people don't think it. People don't see it, and people put like www.indeed.com, locked, PTO off, bed down, and the tarp is in position. And it's nothing against that person. They were joking or whatever, but were they? Because it fuels the fire to the frustration of people trying to figure out how they're going to feed their family. And leaving this job to go to another job isn't how you're going to feed your family, because the grass isn't greener over there unless you change industry. That's the point I'm trying to make. If this just isn't for you because you need a steady 40, then this isn't for you, because you're going to be getting a steady 60 here shortly, but then you're going to be getting a steady 30, and then a steady 60, and then a steady 30. And so you better take the 20 over 40 and put it toward the 30, so you can get, you know, you can get some regular pay. That's basically how you have to live. That's what you got to do. That's what this industry is. So you're going to have to get yourself a side hustle. If you're going to do this job, you've got to get yourself a side hustle. Or you're not going to make it. And I want you to make it. That's why I share all this shit with you. Because a lot of people that followed me from Dan's vlog, lawn mowing, now follow me here, and they're going to get their license. They're like, screw it, I'm going to sell my lawnmower and I'm going to go get me a dump truck job like Dan the Man. Good. Just be prepared for, you know, the things that I'm telling you. Nobody told me. I just knew I wanted to be a dump truck driver. But I never got warning like this other than my uncle telling me don't ever buy your own truck. Look at this guy. Look at this. Go run that median. Go run that median. Until an 18-wheeler comes in the other direction and goes head on with them. Freaking people. Why didn't you just do that in the first place? Just pull out into the median and go really slow. What are you gonna do? I'm starving. What's for lunch today, guys? What are you guys feeling? So today we'll probably do a 2-hour video. We'll probably cut it off around 1:15. So basically we'll just do a few laps. And I can't really read your comments when I'm driving, so you have to send your comments when you see a red light coming up. Then that's when I can glance over at the screen. But I can't really do it when I'm driving, of course. Oh, I was telling you guys about the Kenworth triaxles. So I washed one of them because the other one's in the shop with major maintenance getting done. So, or a major repair, I should say, in the engine compartment. So I washed one of those and then I did the 9 triaxle Max. So that's my side hustle to allow me, these weeks where we're slow. I'll be lucky, like I said, I'll be lucky to get 29 to 30 hours this week. But because I side hustled, I'm going to be okay. So as long as I can keep side hustling, I'll be okay. Because I never did get that year when I started in March. I didn't get that. I didn't get a year of. In fact, it was just the opposite. When I took this job, I didn't have fees. I actually reversed my lawn business for that year, where instead of getting paid every time I showed up, I did a flat rate billing. So right now, I got that money coming in until January when I released everybody. But for November and December, I still had that 70 a month from all my customers coming in. So that helped me for November and December when things started getting slow. But in the summer, when I should have been feasting on the lawn care, I wasn't. I was flat rate with them. And then we were a new company, and we had COVID that shut down a lot of projects. So there was not a lot of hours to be had. So I didn't have an opportunity to make a whole lot of money. I didn't get my first 40-hour week with this company until I think June or July. I think July is when I really got my first 40-hour week. And then that's from that point on, we've been doing a lot better. And I've even had some very close to 70-hour weeks, mostly always getting over 40 now. Really getting close to 50, 45 to 50 every week. But I want my average to get up to like 55. I want to get to like 55. Some weeks of 60, some weeks of 50. But, I want it to be 55. We're not there yet, but we're going to be soon. That's when I can take money out of those bigger pay checks and put them aside for this time of year, because I don't need to make that much money. I only need to make like 45 hours a week, 45 to 50 hours a week. So I can take $150 out of every paycheck and put it aside all year long and add that to my Christmas bonus, and I wouldn't even be affected this time of year. I would just be like, good, I need the break. I need the rest. Oh man, that damn rattle's back. Rattle's back, vibration of my phone. Not happy right now, guys. Hold on. Let me see if I can fix this. See if that helps. I stick a rag, a folded up towel, underneath the phone to help dampen some of the vibration that you guys are having to deal with. Sure, buddy. Come right on over and haul ass up to that container truck that's right in front of you. Genius. Did you guys tell me what was for lunch? Wow, what a douche. Did you see that shit? I'm thinking Popeye's spicy chicken. This is the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. I'm thinking we're going to have to go with the Popeye spicy chicken sandwich. I had one of those for the first time a couple weeks ago, and I cannot stop eating them. They are so dang good. Hey, there's Brandon. Looks like he's starting to haul dirt with us today. What's up, dude? He's on one of my thumbnails. It says Hood Holland leading the way. I call him swine flu because his truck is H1, so I call him H1N1, swine flu. I can't do the Taco Bell because that'll activate my hemorrhoid. Oh man, that's funny. I can't do Taco Bell. There's not enough toilets on this route for me to be able to eat Taco Bell for dinner. We got Parker's. If you guys like the Parker's, they got the gas station with the kitchen, and they do like a really good chicken tenders, and they do really good chicken legs, and they got macaroni and cheese. They got greens. They got chicken liver. Yeah, they got chicken liver. I don't do that. I think they call it the $5 fill-up. So you get like 2 pieces of chicken, a small side, and a drink for like $5. It's pretty good. The problem is the chicken tenders, you know, when I eat the chicken tenders, I want to dip them in something, so it's hard to eat and be dipping while you're driving. So I have to get that and then get to where I'm going and then eat right before I get loaded. And by the time I get there, then the chicken tenders are cold, and I don't like that. The chicken sandwich now, if you get the chicken sandwich, I can eat that while I'm driving because I can just one-hand it. What's going on, Yorma? How you doing, bub? Give you guys back out the view here. Crap. Like this container. Well, I'm going to go around him. So tonight, the new Denzel Washington movie comes out, Little Things. Boy, that looks good. That looks good. So here's the Popeyes right here to the right. Brand spanking new Popeye chicken. Love that chicken from Popeyes. Dude, I'm glad he went by me. I can't stand when people drive with me. Don't drive with me. Go around me. If you can catch me, pass me. Don't ride with me. I don't want to give away all my secrets. I don't want you to see all the things I do throughout the day. How I can drive half the speed but get done just as many loads. That's some secret squirrel shit right there. Seems so slow, doesn't it? I'm doing the speed limit, 45. It's like on this road you want to do 55. Bloomingdale police will tear you up. Having washed the trucks yesterday, if we work tomorrow, which I'm sure we will, if we work tomorrow, I'm off Sunday. I get to do nothing all day. That cop, he lives there. His car's always there. I think he works night shift. I won't know what to do with myself if I'm off Sunday. Oh, I'm playing a new video game. I don't play Fortnite as much as I used to. So I'm working on getting good at PUBG on the computer. Now, PUBG Mobile, I was a god. I mean, I got plenty of video of me playing PUBG Mobile with screen records of me winning back on the Dan's Vlog gaming channel. It's completely different story on PC. I guess PC doesn't cross-platform, so you're not playing with 8-year-old kids with mama's phone. You're playing with good players, first-person shooter game players. I mean, you're playing with good players. Like, that was the thing with, like, Fortnite, you could cross-platform, so you never really knew what you were going to get. And, you know, sometimes you'd meet up with a really good PC player. Sometimes you'd be playing somebody on Nintendo Switch. Sometimes you'd be playing somebody that's mobile. It all depends, you know, like your squad. It all depended on who was in your squad would determine on who you were playing against. The squad leader, I guess. But PUBG, it's totally different. Every person you come up to is a computer player. And I'm finding that every player that I'm finding is 10 times better than me. So I have to be very stealthy. I have to be, you know, I have to be very tactical in my gameplay to try to make it to like the top 5. And then that's when shit gets real. So it's a little bit boring at first, but it's tactical. You know, you have to try to get your body armor, get your body vest, get your backpack so you can get extra stuff. Find your first aid kits. Find your painkillers. Find your energy drinks. Find your ammo. Find your guns. And you have to do all that without getting killed by somebody better than you while moving away from the storm into tighter and tighter and tighter circle until eventually it's you and 10 players left in a pretty small circle. And that's when you have to get very tactical. I'm not too big on Wendy's. I got Wendy's a couple times, and it didn't really tickle my fancy too much. I'm not a big fan of Popeyes either, believe it or not, until I got that spicy chicken sandwich, and then I was like, holy crap, this is good. The fries are good. They're not holy crap good, but they're good. But the spicy chicken sandwich is absolutely phenomenal. It's worth every penny. Kokomo, what's up, my man? I'm not, Michael. I retired. As you'd see from the lawn care channel. There's a video talking about it. I'm done. I am done with lawn care. Kaput. Now, when the season comes back to where it's time for me to mow my lawn, I might, I might make some music videos of me mowing my lawn and stuff, just for old time's sakes, just show you guys my equipment stuff. But it's not going to be like lessons or anything like that. Just might do some cool stuff with the drone and things like that. Maybe a video every once in a while of that, or something that I might have going on in my yard that I might do a video on, but maybe landscaping something. 39 years. That's definitely enough. You must have been a warrant officer. And thank you for your service. I don't know of any rank you can be for 39 years other than warrant officer. So I think commissioned, well, maybe if you were a full bird colonel or a general, but I don't know about any other rank. Command Sergeant Major, maybe. But thank you for your service. Yeah, an officer. Figured, I mean, I don't know what an E9, I don't know how long an E9 can stay in. I know they changed all that under Obama. They do that force out. Whenever there's a Democrat in the White House, they do that force out plan. And then when there's a Republican, they let everybody and their brother in and stay in forever and a day. I know, well, if you were Staff Sergeant promotable, you had to be promotable to make it 20 years. I think Staff Sergeant alone now, I don't think you can make it 20 years. You go in front of a board as to why you're not promotable, and they throw you out before you can get to retirement. And that's how it was back when I got out in 2013. They were doing those boards and stuff like that, but I was promotable, so I was Staff Sergeant promotable. Doing good, Yorma, doing real good. Just enjoying a beautiful day in the dump truck life. Hashtag dump life. So this is State Road 17, not to be confused with Highway 17. But if you look on the map over here in Bloomingdale, Georgia, and you find where State Road 17 intersects with Highway 80, which is just north of Interstate 16, these were the roads, these were all the roads that people used to travel everywhere they went before, like interstates and stuff like that. These little one-lane roads, man, they go all the way up. They go way up. All these little tiny one-horse towns. Really pretty, really nice. Sometimes I'll take 80 instead of I-16 when I'm going out west, so that way I can go through these little towns. See things you don't get to see from the highway. Look at that long-nosed Freightliner. So we are back, and we started to stream at 11:15 exactly, pretty much right here, and just over an hour we are back. That is a lap. And If you're late to join, this is the 1730 pit, because this is State Road 17, State Road 30. It's the same road, and then State Road 30 kind of bears off to the right and goes all the way to Highway 21 in Port Wentworth. I gotta put my time down that I got here. We'll just put 12:25. It don't matter. It doesn't have to be exact. Close enough. So I wonder if that asphalt job ended that my friend was on, because now I'm seeing Kokomo, I'm seeing H1 under Scott's back as well, hauling dirt. But he was doing asphalt for another company. And the company he works for has the identifier for the female, minority, veteran, disabled identifier. So, you know, like I said, they get that work, especially at the beginning of the year. They get that work, so that way the contractor can get his quota, and then he can hire who he wants to hire. Not that the company he works for isn't worth it. I mean, they get work all year anyways, because they are good. But, you know, if our price is less than their price, which I don't think it is, but if it was, they'd still go with their price to get the quota. And so that's where, you know, it kind of sucks for us in a way. But you know, we'll see what happens next year. We're going to have more trucks, we're going to have more contracts, we're going to have more work, we're going to have more work in South Carolina as well as here. Whoa, what are we doing? So, okay, I see. That guy dug up all this stuff, so tomorrow we're probably going to be pulling from this big ass pile. That other excavator dug it up. Pretty soon we're going to be going down deep. Look at that moisture right there. And that's after 3 days. This is the third day of sun, and that shit's still like that. Look at down there. Look how soupy it is. That's why when it rains, man, it can really screw things up. Operation Hoedown. It never gets old, does it, guys? Yeah, it's pretty rough when it rains. The pit here does a pretty good job of getting in place, you know, drying up. The problem is the drop site is just way too wet. All right, here comes the fuel truck. So anybody behind me is screwed, because the fuel truck is about to these excavators, and so it looks like he's going to go to the other guy first. Yeah. Yep. So that's about 10 or 15 minutes of downtime for that guy. So if he has an itch, he can scratch it. But what I was saying, it never gets old, man. Machinery and dirt and trucks. They pay me for this, man. My week has been very slow. We got 7 hours on Tuesday and we haven't worked since. Other than that, it's been relaxing. Oh, I got to tell you guys about what I've done with Amazon or with Alexa. Man, I've gotten good with my Alexa now. I got 2 Alexas. At 3 if you count my phone app. But now I've been doing this thing called routines where you program her to do certain things. All right, my sides are clean. It's called a routine. So you could say, okay, I'm going to stop saying her name because it's going to start, if you guys have me on speakerphone or whatever, it's going to start activating your A word at your house. Let's climb this hill. So you say A word, good morning. And I programmed her to turn both lights on in my bedroom on each nightstand. Tell me the weather for the morning and the day. It says, the first thing it says is, good morning, Dan the Man. I started brewing a fresh pot of coffee for you to help you start your day. The weather in Savannah is, and she'll say, you know, currently it's whatever degrees out, and then expect whatever and forecast for the, you know, rain or whatever. Then it says, here's a popular station you might enjoy, and it starts playing top 40 music that I like, pop music. So it just starts randomly playing music. And so I got an outlet. It's a little adapter you plug into your wall outlet, and it's just an outlet. So when you plug it in, you can plug something into it. Well, I got that and I put it in my kitchen behind my microwave, and you connect it through your Wi-Fi, and then you download the app on your phone, connect it through through the Wi-Fi, and you can control the app with your phone. So I could turn on and off that little outlet, that little adapter. Okay. At the same time, I got a 12-cup coffee maker from Mr. Coffee from Walmart for $17 and some odd cents, and it's got nothing fancy about it. There's no digital anything. It's flip the button and it's on, flip the button and it's off, and when you flip the button, there's a little green light. So you leave that in the always on position and plug that into the outlet that's run by your phone app. Well, then you can take what's called a skill with Alexa, and you can find all the skills, and you can find that app, that company that's Alexa compatible. So you find that company, it's Genie, Geeni, and you link it. So you go to your A word on your phone, you find that app name, you click on it, you add device. It's going to ask you for the name, your username and password for the app of the Genie that you just downloaded. And when you do that, it links to that thing. Now, your A word is now going to be able to control that outlet, just as if you're doing it on your phone. On, off, on, off, on, off. That's the same way the lights work. When you buy those bulbs, you download their app, and they're A word compatible, then you control that app with your A word. Okay, once you have all that linked with your A word, then you can shift gears, baby. Then you can set up a routine. So my routine is, it turns on those lights, regular white, soft white actually, and it turns on that outlet that has the coffee maker plugged in. So the night before, I put 8 cups of water, and I put my scoops of coffee in a reusable coffee basket. I don't use the paper filters, I just use the reusable coffee basket. So as soon as I say A word, good morning, when my alarm goes off, I just say A word, good morning, as I'm laying in bed, and she turns the lights on and says, good morning, Dan the Man. I started a fresh pot of coffee for you to help you get through your day. Here is today's weather. Why did that car act like it's going off the road? and then it plays the music, and it continues playing the music, and it keeps the lights on until I do my next routine, which I set up, and that is I'll walk out the door. Well, when I walk out the door, I say a word, I'm leaving now, and it turns off the lights, turns off the music, and turns off the outlet so the coffee turns off. At that point, I've already filled up. I've had 2 cups of coffee, and then I filled up my 20-ounce cup. So what I did is I measured previously 2 of these full is 2 regular cups of coffee, and then 1 of these full when I leave. So I have like that much coffee left at the bottom of the pot. So when I walk out the door and I say I'm leaving now, and she turns it off, you don't have a hot burner with no coffee in it. You know what I mean? You don't want to do that. Even though it's cooling off, it'll leave that black film. So I got a little bit of coffee in there, and when I go home, I just rinse it out, fill up my water, fill up my coffee beans, make sure the switch is on. So those are 2 routines right there that's 2 routines right there that I, yeah, no more lawn care, that I set up. And then I set up a routine, which one is it? Oh, good night. So I'll just say a word, good night, and she takes whatever my lights are at and dims them to 50% and makes it kind of like a magenta color, and says, good night, Dan the Man. I hope you sleep well. And then, oh, but before it says that, it says, did you remember to set your coffee up for the morning? So it's a reminder before I go to bed that I don't want that switch to turn on, you know, and I didn't put water and coffee in the basket, you know, and burn my pot or whatever. So those are 3 routines that I have set up, which I really like. I really love doing that, man. It's awesome. And I got the 2 Alexas. Well, 3 if you count the app on the phone, but I got the Show in my kitchen, and I got the Dot 4th Gen in my bedroom. Really freaking awesome. So yeah, I've been busy with that, and I want to do even more. You know, there's more things I want to do. When I got the A-word Dot, it came with a bulb that doesn't do color. Just you could just on and off it. And I put that in my kids' room, so I can actually like stand in the kitchen and see that the light's on in my kids' room, and I could just be like, A-word, turn off Nate's bedroom, and it turns off that light. That's what I have it named as right now. You can add ceiling fan stuff. Now, if I didn't buy that $8 outlet and the $17 coffee maker, then you can look online and you can find A-word compatible coffee makers, but they're like $150. So why? You know what I mean? Like, why would I spend $150 for that? That's ridiculous. No way. I spent $28. It was like $17 and change, so $18 plus $8 and change, so $9. So, you know, $27 plus tax, and I got the coffee maker and I got the outlet, and I didn't have to spend $150. And guess what? It makes a pot of coffee, which is exactly what I wanted to do, is make a pot of coffee. And I know you can get other coffee makers that have timers on them, and you could just set your own timer before you go to bed, but everything varies with us. Sometimes I have to be at work at 5:45, sometimes 6:15, sometimes 6:45, you know. So I want it to work through my A-word because I want it to turn on when I get up. I don't want to have to ever change it. So from now on, all I got to do is say, good morning, and my coffee starts brewing for me, regardless of what time of day or night it is. And I can also just stand in the kitchen and I can get everything ready. You know, if I want a cup of coffee now, I don't have to get my phone and turn on the app. I could just say, A-word, turn on the coffee maker, because that's what I named that outlet, coffee maker. So I just say, turn on the coffee maker, and you hear the outlet click, and when it clicks, the coffee maker light turns on because the switch is in the on position. I know. Pretty freaking sweet, huh? So that's what I've been up to on my time off, and really enjoying it, like really having fun with it. So between that and PUBG, it's really been pretty neat. And then washing trucks. So I did all my trucks yesterday for this weekend. Somebody from Lane Lee's asking if they're working tomorrow. I know they are. They always working.
Cut you out. She said, you ain't never gonna leave me alone about that, are you? I said, no, I'm gonna say something about it every time you call. Tell her happy birthday. I don't remember, was it yesterday or Wednesday was her birthday? Yeah, yesterday.
What's up, Jersey? I know you guys couldn't see him. Oh, that's not Jersey. I thought that was Jersey. No, I don't think that's Jersey. One of the guys that works for that company, I call him Jersey, because he's from Jersey. He's pretty cool. He's a cool cat. Another thing you can do with your A word is you can, if you have more than one like I do, you can program it to play everything, or play music or whatever in every room at one time. So you can, you could be in your kitchen or wherever and be like, hey, play songs from whoever. And then you can then say A word, play, I think it's all speakers, I think it's called. And when you say that, if you have it enabled on your phone app, then it'll play on.
Roadblock, I know a fella used to drive that truck right down your right. Oh, yeah?
Oh, crap.
You know him too.
On his right. Okay, I was on his left. He ain't talking about me.
Yeah, he's such a good driver. I think they just get in and drive around trying to find where he went.
What? Who are they talking about?
Damn it, man.
They kicked you off the asphalt job?
Yeah, they couldn't get their plant running. Good afternoon.
Well, goodness gracious. Welcome back to the dirt. It's pretty nice out there, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, it's lovely compared to what it was.
Yep, that's him. With his big ass radio. He's got a CB that costs like $400, $400 something, and that's not his only one. But man, I can hear that guy talking. Wait, I turned my crap down. I can hear that guy talking way down the road. I can't hear our Kenworths right behind me, but I can hear him freaking 2 miles down the road. He's got a big radio. Yeah, Michael, I'm doing good, man. Yep, I'm in 2020 Mack Granite Triaxle. And then we have 2021 Kenworth T880. We got nine of these Mack Granites, and we got 15 of the Kenworth T880s, and then we got 2 older Kenworth triaxles that are on loan to us from our northern yard. but they're going to be getting replaced here pretty soon. Yeah, it is beautiful here. It's right now 52. It was like in the low 30s and upper 20s this morning. You know, last week it was 80. And, you know, people were freaking out. And I was like, yep, but then we're going to get a cold front. And sure enough, man, I had to let my car run for 15 minutes to get the ice off the window this morning. You know, on the way back up. Now, you know, it's in the 50s today. It's about as warm as it's going to get, and it's supposed to get pretty cold tonight. But it's going to warm back up. Then we're going to get another rain front. Another cold front comes through this weekend. Sunday, I think Sunday night into Monday morning, it's supposed to rain. So we're probably not going to be working Monday. But you just heard my friend. I said, you know, they threw you off the asphalt plant or off the asphalt job already. He said they couldn't get the plant to run. So they sat there for, what, probably a good 5 hours waiting, probably getting paid. I mean, if you're a driver, a company driver, you did. I don't have TikTok. If we sat there, we'd be getting paid. But the company, you know, like depending on the situation, some plants will pay like half price, some plants will pay full price, some plants won't pay at all.
You all right today?
So I don't know what his company deal is, but I know he got paid hourly to sit there for 5 hours, and now that job fell through. Guess what? He's here. He's on this job. If this job was rained out, guess what? He'd probably be going home because all their trucks are on this job. Now, I'm surprised that they're allowing them to be on this job because this job is doing very limited hours or drivers right now because that road, they don't want all the trucks backing up on top of each other. Like when our guys are done work with their other job, they're not going to be allowed to come and jump onto this job. They're going to be sent home. So hopefully they'll get a full day. Don't know. I just know when asked, put me here because I know that I can get 11 hours today, and if I'm here tomorrow, I know I'm going to probably get 10 hours tomorrow. And so, you know, that's a big help. I'm going to slow down, let this truck get in front of me, let him get out of that right lane. He's hung out in that right lane. He's struggling. So I'll let him get in front of me. If he wants it, he can have it. There you go, buddy. Do the right thing. Get out of that lane. Especially with that old ass dump truck. Good job. So yes, to answer your question, I'm in a brand new truck. It has 35,000 miles on it now, and I put 11,000 of those miles on it. So yeah, it is pretty much brand new truck. Still under warranty. And every week I clean the hell out of the inside. I was not airborne. I was a Abrams tanker, 19 kilo, and did that for 2 years, and then I reclassified when I re-enlisted to 15 uniform, which is Chinook helicopter crew chief, and you start off as a mechanic, and then you become a crew chief flying, and then you become a flight engineer flying. And so I was a flight engineer for tail number 659, and also I was a crew chief for tail number 100 out of Germany, Big Windy. But out of Hunter Army Airfield, my airplane was 659. It was a Chinook helicopter, CH-47D. That was a pretty cool job, being a flight engineer. That was pretty cool. Literally signed ownership of $30 million aircraft. I was responsible for that aircraft. Yeah, I used to watch them jump out of our helicopter. We would do static line, and we'd fly, and the Rangers would jump out training, and some airborne infantry people would jump out training. So it'd be training for us, training for our pilots, and training.
Get your ass down that road.
What the heck?
I was on I made a cock attack on you. Stop you in the middle of the road.
Was that English?
Oh, shit, you the
Oh,
no, sit there out of it. Stop it.
What?
You gotta stop it.
I can't understand a word that guy's saying.
I need to whip that ass today. I need to whip that ass.
Some of the drivers out here are paid by the load. They work for a company that pay them like either a percentage of their truck, whatever their truck makes, or pays them hourly without taxes out, or pays them by the load. Gives the actual driver, you know, a load price, 20 bucks a load, whatever. I don't know. When I see those guys coming, they usually coming on pretty hard. They're trying to make that money, you know. They're trying to get them loads. You see them starting to drive on top of each other and shit. Not cool. You'll definitely see a difference between drivers that are paid by the load and drivers that are paid by the hour. I am paid by the hour, and I am in no rush. All those guys took that little shortcut. It's not a shortcut. As you see, we're passing them. You have to slow down to make that turn, and then you have to go over railroad tracks, and then you have to hope that there's no 18-wheelers in front of you turning into Southeastern Freight, and then you have to turn to get onto this road, and you have to hope that there's no big trucks or anybody there that are afraid to get out in traffic, and by the time you climb up that little hill and get onto this road, we only slow down one time for one turn, you know, one red light, and it's a green, you know, it's a arrow. No matter what, you can turn right on red, and you got your own turn lane. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna pass every person that goes that way. 9 times out of 10, you're gonna pass them. As you see. And a lot of it, though, is a mentality that, you know, sometimes when you're paid by the hour, you see things differently. When you're paid by the load, it hurts you to stop at a red light. You think you're going to be stuck there for so long, and you see those people taking that little shortcut, and you think it's faster, you're going to get one extra load or something. Well, you're not. You're just not. Slowing these trucks down when they're loaded You know, it's a different ball game if you're empty, because then you can make that little right-hand sweeping turn, zip on down there super quick, climb up that hill and get out into traffic. When you're loaded, you have to slow down almost to a stop to make that little right-hand turn, go down in there, go over the railroad tracks, climb up a hill to get back out into traffic in front of us. We're already at 45, 50 miles an hour. We're coming. But it's kind of like sitting at home 2 days in a row and you see other people working and you sit there like, damn it. And you know, you want to quit. You make your little cute comments like Indeed.com in a mass text to your boss when he tells you you're on call. But you know, you got to see the trees in the forest, man. Now, what I usually do for people I like that I know that are getting paid percentage, I usually make sure that they get by me at the next light or something, like, because I mean they're just trying to feed their families too. You know what I mean? And that's good for them. It's good for me, and I'd rather have them in front of me than behind me. Let me go ahead and drop down a gear, because that about did me in. I'm gonna drop down one more gear. And I'm going to drop down one more gear. Here we go. Now I'm down to 4. Now right here, it's all pretty good. There's no reason to drive on the left or the right side. Just drive. It's all pretty good right here. Go ahead and grab a gear. So here we go, we're back. So that's 2 trips you guys got to play. And what I'll do is, once we get out of here, I'll end this stream and then I'm gonna hit Popeyes on the way in. And I'll probably get about 4 more loads, 3 more loads. Finish up with probably 10 loads today, which is the company average. I got 12 one time, but to get that 12 was crazy. It was rough. All right, I don't know why everybody's on the left side, but I'll go ahead and I'll go to the left side. No reason for us to be on the left side in this soft shit, but it's all good. I guess old boy's having trouble with his truck up there. Wow. Did you see that? Okay. I'm going to cut across because that was psychotic. That was psychotic. I'm going to ride the shoulders and hope I stay up. There you go. She looking at me like, what the hell? That was psychotic. I think. Yeah. That's Jersey in front of me. Hang on 1 second. Hey, 2106, you can go around me, man. I'll let you guys clear out. Now, you should be on 33. I don't think he's on 33. So those guys are paid a percentage, so I'll rush. I'll let them guys go around me. I'm not sure if they're on the right CB channel as me though, but it looks like there is room for two, so I'll just go up here and stage. See in front of us, all this muck, all this black dirt. That's all the crapola that we've been filling in.
Hey, Corby, you still having fun?
I just waved him back. He looked at me like, what? All right. Now, hopefully, he'll come right on into my left side here, or my right side.
Well, you been on side 95?
If he wants. Nope. Looks like he wants to go around. That's okay. He's pretty cool.
See you next time. Yes, ma'am.
And I'm pretty crooked. So before I tip my truck over, man, I'm going to come up a little bit and level out. There we go. I think that's looking a little bit better. Nah, he's not. He didn't look. Trying to tell him to come on. Yeah, I'm all the way up. Nice. That was a good hit. Sometimes these Macks can be such a pain in the butt with getting them to bang. Connection. Sorry, bad connection. You go, they're building themselves a little dirt pile over there for some reason. So I'm gonna ride the shoulders. I ain't going in that crap. You're out of your mind. I will ride right down them shoulders, baby, like a boss. For some reason, everybody wants to ride in the ruts. Not this guy. Boom, boom. Jesus. They need to come back here with that little spreader bar thingy, that spreader box with the tractor. There he is. He's on holiday. He's to our right now. He's getting fuel and stuff. Yeah, man. They need to level that crap out. Come on. Nope, of course not. Why would you think I would give any control to anybody on something I work hard for? Can't read a message that big, buddy. Sorry, dude. It'll be off my screen before I can even get halfway through it. Plus, I'm driving. 1 o'clock. They are burning tree roots and stuff. Vegetation. So when they clear out the trees, they log what they can, get it to the paper mill, but then the rest of the stuff, they just pile it up and burn it. Burn it in place. I guess it saves them a lot of money to do it that way. So I don't know, a lot of information today, you know, about dump trucking and stuff. If you're interested in it, if you kind of joined the stream a little late and you missed the first like 30-45 minutes of the stream, you might want to go back. You know, you can slide your slider bar back and check it out. But a lot of information about, you know, pay and greener grass and companies and jumping ship and the industry and, you know, different things like that. Just stuff for you to think about. I fully encourage you to pursue a career in this, you know, if it seems interesting to you. But I want you guys to have all the information and be prepared for it. It's not all, you know, rainbows and butterflies. A lot of weeks of very little pay and a lot of weeks of a hell of a lot of pay. You just gotta be smart about it. Prepare yourself for it. It's easier said than done, especially when it's incredibly frustrating to see other people working and you're not. I get frustrated too, but then I gotta sit back and remember the advantages that I have being here in the future and make sure that I side hustle, you know. So my encouragement to you guys, if you want to do it, that's cool and all, but pick up a side hustle, you know, even if you Uber or something. It's just something that's off the books, you know. You're still a commercial driver, you got driving rules, you got life, you know, you rest and all that sort of stuff you have to pay attention to, so be careful with what you do. But I highly encourage you to consider this industry. It's a great job. Locks are locked, bed is down, PTO's off, and tarps in place. So, wow, look at this guy sweeping the road. Look at this mess. And these businesses call the contractor here complaining about our trucks kicking up dust. And look at this. The sweeper dude is just destroying these cars with dust. But then we get yelled at every day that we're driving too fast and kicking up too much dust. Blame the driver. Unbelievable. Anywho, I'm going to go ahead and kill it, and I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. So leave a comment in the comment section. Come back to this video to leave a comment if you want. I appreciate it. Thank you guys very much. 20 thumbs up. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Thank you.